This video is a follow-up to the Chapter 3 skill refresher video that deals with completing the square. Okay. Just to recall, putting this in context, example that if you have a quadratic function, okay, that's in vertex form, then you can convert to what's called standard form. Okay, so here's the title of this example. And what I mean by that is, for example, that if you're given 2 times x minus 1 squared plus 5, then you know that this is of the form a times x minus h squared plus k. So you know that a is equal to 2, you know that h is equal to 1, and you know that k is equal to 5. Right? So you then know that the vertex of this parabola, is 1, 5. Right? But that's if you have, it's so easy to find the vertex if it's already in vertex form. But remember that this is equivalent to 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 1 plus 5. Okay? You can FOIL out the x minus 1 times x minus 1 to give x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay? You could distribute the 2 to get 2x squared minus 4x plus 2, and then you add on the 5. And then you get 2x squared minus 4x plus 7. Okay? So just by doing the algebra, you've converted something in vertex form to the standard form. Okay? Where you know the standard form is the ax squared plus bx plus c form. So a is 2, b is negative 4, and c is equal to 7. So each form has its advantage. Okay? So the question in this video, and the one that the skill refresher video deals with, is how do you convert something that's in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, the standard form, and convert that to vertex form, a times x minus h squared plus k. Right? And to do that, the converting is what's called completing the square. And that's what the skill refresher video does. So what I want to do in this problem, in this video, is to do another example. And this is a problem from section 3.1 in the quadratic function section. And you are asked to consider the function y is equal to 4x squared plus 16x minus 19. And you're asked to find the coordinates of the vertex, right? So and you're asked for what is the vertex. Well, you could easily find the vertex if you could just write this thing as a times x minus h squared plus k. Right? So let's go through the process. Okay? The process, as done in the other video, is to first factor out the 4. Okay? If you factor out the 4, what is 16? Oh, factor out the 4. That leaves the 4x minus 19 over 4. Okay, so you factored out the 4. The reason you want to do that is because you need to be looking at some new function, g of x, which is 1 times x squared plus 4x minus 19 over 4. The first step is to get a 1 in front of the x squared by factoring out. Now you can look at the function, focus on g of x. You can take 1/2 of, sorry, 19 over 4. What you need to do is look at the coefficient in front of the 4. You take half of that and then square the answer. So 4 over 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So what you need to do is then add in the 4, x squared plus 4x. You need to add in the 4. Maybe I should do that in a different color. Let's track that 4 here. You need to add in the 4 and subtract the 4. Right? And the advantage of that is you haven't changed the problem. You've just modified it. Right? You've modified it, put 4 and minus 4, which is 0. So now something about this form is going to help us. You can now see that, let's see, I think which one of these? We want to take the minus 4, yes, because x squared plus 4x minus 4, if you look at this term and then these two, half and then squared. Hold on. Give me 1 second to think. The thing here is we're trying to write this as x minus some number squared. Okay, so to get the 4 in the middle there, it needs to be 4x plus 2 squared. Okay, so we're looking at this. We don't need the minus 4. What you're going to use is the positive 4. Okay, and then the minus 4 goes with the minus 19 over 4. So this x squared plus 4x plus 4, nice thing about that is that that's a perfect square. Right? So this term, this one, and this one, you used all three of those up to make a perfect square, x plus 2 quantity squared. And then what you have left over is the minus 4 minus 19 over 4. Okay. Which tells you that getting a common denominator here of 16 over 4. 16 and 9 make 35, I believe. Yeah. So you get x plus 2 quantity squared minus 35 over 4. Okay. So what you've done is you've written g of x as a perfect square, okay? And then this will tell you that 4 multiplied by g of x is equal to 4 times x plus 2 squared minus 35. And so this 4 times x plus 2 quantity squared minus 35, that's the same thing as 4x squared plus 16x minus 19. Okay? Which then tells me that the vertex of this parabola, is hk right here, x minus h, which means that h is -2 and k is -35. There's the vertex of your parabola. And that is another example using completing the square. Okay, so I think this example and the skill refresher completing the square video will go through and explain how to answer questions like this one from the homework.